We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. David Irving in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Mariota on first down. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Cowboys have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Takk McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. David Irving bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Getting it out left side to Sanu. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run, Devontae Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Mariota. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Coming left, it's Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down, Mariota. Here's Sanu on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mariota now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing is Mariota. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Mariota. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Freeman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. This is Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mariota keeps himself up, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again to Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
He's going to get it running right. Look at the spin. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley from a yard out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Vic Beasley able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Let's go.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting to stay up. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Mariota now. And he's going to go down again. Taco Charlton in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So that one will be accepted. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again. Prescott on second and 10. Buying time to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So out come the Falcons now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And I know it's hard to find solace on one